How's it going? It's Smiggles here again. Going to talk about fanboys today. What the fuck the point in having fanboys is. Um, I suppose it's the younger generation that are mainly fanboys. Now, there's always a few people who are older who still haven't grown out of it yet. But, if you're playing the Xbox, PlayStation, you're playing the Wii U, you're playing PC, whatever you're playing, that's fine. But I just never got the concept of going online to shit all over the competitor because you're not really doing anything. You're kind of just wasting your own time. I just never seen why people can't just go off, play their PlayStation, play the Xbox, play whatever they want to play, and then just leave it at that. But no, I have to go online. I have to tell all these people what I think, of the play PS4 or the Xbox One. I feel like putting up information that's already there that everyone can see. Like, for example, people who are PlayStation fanboys will go online and they'll say, "Oh, did you know that we've sold X amount of consoles so far, and the Xbox hasn't sold as much, and oh, look at the Wii U, you guys haven't sold." And then, you know, Xbox fanboys have nothing to come back at with sales, so then they just pick on the Nintendo people. Oh, look at your shitty console, it's only sold so much. And then Nintendo people turn around and then they start, going mental about the games that are on other systems. Like, oh, well, we've got all the big Nintendo games, and we've got all the Mario's, and we've got all these franchises have been around forever, and we still have all this, and and then PC steps in, anyone who's a PC fanboy, and they say, "Oh, we've got the best graphics, and we have the biggest machines, and we have the most power out there." And it's like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you're not doing anything creative or helpful, or you're not doing the industry any good. Just going and shitting all over everyone. Like, you know, could you imagine doing it if you went out and bought a Toyota or something tomorrow, and then you go and shit all over, you know, some like Ford or something. You go, "Oh, well, your cars are crap," and it's like, well, they're doing okay. They're still selling, and it's the same with these systems and these companies. Microsoft are in no danger of going bankrupt. Neither are Sony. Neither is a lot of the PC manufacturers. They're all doing fine, and more to the point, Nintendo as well. People think Nintendo are, they've got no money left. Oh, Nintendo have no money. Oh, look, the Wii U's been a failure. It's like, yeah, but look at the 3DS, and then look at previous systems that all did very well. And whenever Nintendo make a game themselves, it sells like record sales all the time. Like the Wii U, an awful lot of games didn't come out on the Wii U for a start, but like in terms of third party. But when they do make a game, like if a Zelda or Mario or like even Splatoon that came out, everyone who has a Wii U buys the bloody games, and like they can turn around and prove that. And fanboys just they baffle me. I'm going to take time. I'm not going to sit here and I'm not going to play my PlayStation, Xbox, Wii U, PC, whatever. No, I'm going to go online because these people need to know that they bought the wrong system based on nothing. Like a lot of people say, like, what console should you get? Like, you should just buy, like, if all of your mates have the Xbox One, then you buy the Xbox One. You don't go out and buy the PS4 just to say, "Oh, well, I got the PS4, and did you know, lads, that the PS4 sold more than like double what the Xbox has," and they're like, "Right, okay, yeah, we're all going off now, and we're going to play FIFA. What are you going to do?" "Oh, yeah, gonna have to find some new friends then." Like, so you buy where all your mates are. All your mates are on Xbox, you buy that. They're all on PS4, you buy the PS4. You don't be the one person that's left alone, kind of going, shit, no one to play whatever with, So fanboys going online, I don't know where to start with them. Especially one of my friends was there online giving out about how certain games, he hates exclusive games, and he doesn't understand why a game will come out on only one system. And it's like, well, because you need something to get people over to that system. But still, people can't leave it at that. They can't accept that PlayStation has Uncharted and it has Gran Turismo and that, and the Xbox has Forza and Halo, and Nintendo has your Mario's and Zelda and that type of stuff. They can't. Oh no! Why can't it be on every system? And why then you just have one system. You just have one system that would have every game on it, and everyone would just become, there'd be one generic manufacturer of a console, and then all Sony, Microsoft, Nintendo, they'd just be all developers like the way Sega are now. So although competition is healthy, it's good to have three choices there, as well as, you know, you've got PC as well. But at the same time, like, going online and then telling the company and telling their fans that they're idiots because they bought a console is, it boggles my mind. And then people, you know, you see someone who's a big Sony fanboy and they're there on their computer and they're complaining about how bad Microsoft are, and then you look at them and you say, wait a minute, you're using a Windows phone, or you're using Windows on your computer to do this. It's Microsoft tech that you're using to give out about Microsoft. And they're like, oh shit, yeah. You know, you don't think about that. Or, you know, you think about like people that give out about Sony and say, oh, your consoles are shit. Well, you know, history shows that they're not, considering, you know, the PlayStation 2 is still to this day the biggest selling console of all time. And, you know, they revolutionized an awful lot of things over time with gaming. And Nintendo, people love to pick on Nintendo now at the minute because they're having a bad spell. That it's, you know, the Wii U is the worst system they've ever made in terms of sales. And people love to just turn around and then say, oh, you're crap, and then forget about all the old history with Nintendo of how they completely, you know, they revolutionized the industry. They came out of the video game crash and, you know, made computer games popular again because they sold it as an entertainment system, and, you know, just completely brought back gaming into, you know, into our homes. Like before that, after the video game crash, like no one touched computer games. They were left over to the side. No, that's just a waste of time and money, and everything that's on them is terrible. And you know, people are quick to forget history with companies, and like Microsoft, people crap all over them for what they do. Like if there's a decision tomorrow that, let's say it comes out and says, oh no, actually we've had to patch a version for the console, and it's going to be, you know, it's, let's say on Xbox One, oh, it's only going to be 900p now, and you know, PS4 will be 1080p. Oh, Sony fanboys run online and say, ha ha ha, look, we have the better game. And it's like, no, you have the visually, it's visually more appealing if you've got a big enough TV to display that difference. But it's still the same game. You're still getting the exact same game, exact same content. Everything's the exact same. Like a slight visual change does not mean the game is better or worse. So going on as a fanboy and being like that, and it's, you know, they pick the smallest little things. Fanboys, like, they'll say to Xbox fans, oh well, your console still uses your controller, still uses AA batteries. And ours has a charge. It's a lithium-ion battery in it. And then the Xbox fanboys come back and say, "Yeah, well, your battery lasts for about 10 fucking minutes, so it's not much good, you know." And then they go and then they pick on Wii U fans and then say, "Oh, well, you have a big stupid tablet and your Pro controller looks very much like a fucking 360 controller." And then they come back and say, "Yeah, well, fuck off." And, you know, at least we have a lot of exclusives. And then they come back and say, yeah, well, you got no third party games, so there's no point in buying your console. And it's just an endless circle of shit that constantly rotates around. It's like when you go online and you see all these comments and people going crazy, these big fanboy wars of which console is best, and then obviously again PC comes in and says, you're all shit, PC is the way to go. Fucking hell, stop playing consoles. They're all shit. And then we come back as console fanboys all jump on and say, oh, well, at least our games are actually fucking working on our consoles. Like, you all get these badly optimized things. If you change one little setting, the whole game doesn't work. Oh, you need thousands of dollars to play PC games, blah, blah, blah. And it's just something I never got. Like, why we have fanboys? And they're not good. Like, they don't... Like, the only good thing is, if you're a Sony fanboy, Sony know that no matter what console we make, that person's always going to buy it, and they're always going to buy our exclusives, and they're going to be always behind us 110%. But that's it. That's all that happens, and it's actually, at the same time, fanboys are very they're very argumentative online when it comes, like, their chosen console, their company, Sony, Microsoft, Nintendo, release a statement that they don't agree with, and then it's oh, I've been a fan of this console all my life, and you better change this because I'll go somewhere else. And then it's like, you're very quick to change your tune when something doesn't sit right with you. But I suppose I think eventually you grow out of being a fanboy, because when you get a bit older you realize that the companies, although they all are competing, they all respect each other, and they're all in the same business, and they know that they have to keep being competitive, and they have to keep releasing new things, and they have to try new ideas, and some ideas aren't going to catch on, some do, some don't. Like, online gaming, like in the 90s, was one of these things that was, it was seen to be, oh, it's never going to happen, only PC can really do it. And then it was, oh wait, like the Sega Saturn came out, like Sega kind of were really pioneering that. And you see with the Dreamcast, like the Dreamcast had proper online play, and that was a pioneering move, but it was too soon. It was too much too soon. And now we see everyone's gaming online, every console does it. And we see Microsoft, again, like with the first Xbox, they had Xbox Live, a paid service, and people say, oh, that'll never catch on, and look at it now. So, you have to take these risks, but I suppose at the time, back then, even fanboys were around. Although the internet was around, it wasn't as big, shall we say. So there was still people saying, "Oh, this is just a flash in the pan from Microsoft, and it's never going to catch on." They were still shitting all over another console at the time, and although Nintendo would be the weakest of the three consoles at the moment, there was a point when Nintendo would have been at the top, and all the other consoles were below. And it's good we didn't have as widespread of an internet back then, because we would have had even more shit, and then we could reference back, and then fanboys would say, oh well, you remember the fanboy war in 1994 when this happened, or something like this. But fanboys, I just don't see really why we need them. What's the point in them? And the people say, oh, just ignore them, but it's very hard not to ignore them when they're fucking everywhere. And every time you turn around on the internet, someone's there making a joke about your console or your game or something like that, and it's like, oh, just go away. I didn't want to fucking see this. And they would say, oh, you're just grumpy because you have the inferior console. I was like, no, because they're all technically inferior. Everything's inferior. As soon as something comes out in the electronic computer world, it's already out of date. As we've seen with the current gen, the PS4 and Xbox One, as soon as they come out, PC were quick to turn around and go, oh, well, the graphics on our rig there is pumping out way more than your console is. So, yeah, you already bought a brand new console that's out of date. Or you get a new graphics card, and then 2 weeks later you see Nvidia, oh, we're making our new one, it's going to be out now in 2 months, and you're like, oh, for fuck's sake, I just spent all this money and it's already gone. So being a fanboy, I think it's something that's a complete waste of time, because your argument goes nowhere. Your argument ends up, just being lost in a sea of shit on the internet, followed by all the rest of the shit that's on the internet. Um, but yeah, I just think, just go and play your console. Just go and play Forza on the Xbox One, or play Uncharted on the PS4, or play Mario Kart on Nintendo, or play anything else on the PC, and enjoy it. Enjoy the game, and just stop wasting your time arguing about fanboys, or wasting your time arguing about consoles rather, and stop being a fanboy. It's time to, if you're over the age of 14 and you're still a fanboy, you need to kind of take a step back and take a look at yourself and say, what am I doing? I need to get a new hobby. So yeah, that's my input on fanboys anyway, and why we don't bloody need them. And that's it really, yeah. And I'll talk to you guys again. See ya.